As we approach July 13th of this year, many of us will have a memory of July 13th, 1980, when Terry Fox came to Burlington. There's many stories attached to that, and I wonder if you can remember where you were on that day. We're meeting here today at the monument for Terry Fox with Casey Cosgrove. And Casey, I want to talk about the monument, but you really have a personal story about Terry Fox.
Hi, Deb. I do. I was 13 years old, and the old Pig and Whistle at Burlington Lakeshore, my mom took us down to the Pig and Whistle where he stopped for a break, for a refreshment break, and I had the opportunity just to wander up and say hi, and watched him and his team getting prepared to do another part of the run. When he got up and started running, we hopped in her car and we raced over to Goodrum and Lakeshore, just on the other side of Walker's Line. And I hopped on the road and ran for a little bit with him and got a smile. And so, yeah, on that day, I was 13, I was able to do that, which was really neat.
You're 13 years old, and this is a fellow who is making history here. Did he feel like a big person to you?
He did, and I think when the pictures started coming in of him in Toronto at Nathan Phillips Square, we started to realize how big this thing was. My mom had been fascinated for a few weeks before that, but when I saw that and all the attention to me, I was 13. He was a little bit older than me, but he seemed big, yes, but I remember being fascinated at the time with the one leg. That was the thing as a 13-year-old. I'd never seen anything like that before, and so I was really curious to see how somebody could do that with a prosthetic at that time. So that was the thing I remember from being that age.
I think he almost set a precedent for people to really grab hold of the idea that there isn't anything that will inhibit you if you really truly believe that you can do something. And that's what Terry Fox and the foundation has really stood for. We're standing in front of a monument that you actually have a great role to play, and you and I have a personal connection simply because we have both going through cancer, and so this means a little bit more to someone who has that.
I think it does. There was a committee, the Burlington Terry Fox Monument Committee. There were 6 of us who were behind doing this and worked with the city and making this public art donation to the city. There's nobody like Terry Fox who's inspired people behind a cause that I can think of anywhere. And so I've always felt that personal connection. And then, as you said, with both of us having that connection to cancer, I think even more so. It was one of those things that actually made me feel a lot less sorry for myself, was seeing this young man who did what he did. So, how could someone like me complain too much? And so I've gotten involved in a lot of Terry Fox related things over the years. This is going to be a reminder to people that, as Terry said, this fight's not over. We need people to continue it after I'm gone. And if we can present a reminder to people that, that fight's not over, it's kind of a cool monument, I think, but it's just one of those reminders people can stop and reflect. When we were putting this in a couple weeks ago, there was an older woman who stopped by. The monument was still encased in a fencing, but she stopped and she's looking through the screen and she's almost got tears coming down her eyes saying, oh, he was so beautiful. This is amazing. And so we're hoping that people that were around when Terry ran through, it's a really nice reminder for them, but also for younger people that maybe their only connection is through the Terry Fox run at school. They can actually see that, right here at their park downtown in their city is a spot where Terry Fox came right by, and there might be some young people that don't know that.
Mm-hmm. Casey, thanks for sharing this story. And as you come through the park, please stop and look. This is a piece of public art. It isn't just a piece of stone. I actually have goosebumps on my legs when I talk about this, because it is a reminder that with all of us, we have strength to do things that we may not think that we can do. 3,582 kilometers. We're right here. For Halton Insider, I'm Deb Tymstra.